Good evening, everybody. Don here, and I'm going to play a little bit of the American Kickboxing League add-on by Jason Graham. Um, Now, what I went ahead and did was I used the ratings from the players in his add-on. All I did was change the name for my theme. Excuse me. So my theme is American Kickboxing League Mafia season. So I'm using some of the most popular Mafia members as the fighters. So that's the only thing I'm changing on here. Um, and let me do something real quick. I really hate stuff's not centered. Well, actually, I shouldn't center that. Okay, so this is going to be fight number 4, 5, and 6. I fought the first 3 yesterday, and I can go to history here. Yesterday, Al Capone defeated Paul Castellano by points, 120-75. Lucky Luciano beat Anthony Spilotro by knockout in the 4th round, and Meyer Lansky defeated Sam Giancana in the 8th round. And the funny thing about that, let me get my paper from yesterday, is Giancana was winning by points 101-99. So he would have actually won that had the knockdown not turned into a KO. So I thought that was very, very fun when that turned out to be that way. I mean, that's just one of those where just the last few seconds left in a fight, and he knocks him down, and that was all she wrote. So that was really interesting. So I do have a schedule here. I highlight all my winners in yellow. The venues I've used are some of the famous Mafia hangouts. I haven't done research on a lot of these, but I do know for a fact that Berto's Clam House was where Joseph Colombo was killed, and I learned that from the book. Let me think about it. I just got done listening to it. Oh my goodness, The Irishman. And then after I listened to the audiobook, I went ahead and watched the Irishman movie, which I realized I'd watched it before. But once you listen to the book of a movie, or that a movie's based on, you obviously get more information from the book. So it was real interesting watching the movie after that. Let's see what else. So that's the only one I really know. Let's see the Rave Knight, or the Raven Knight. I don't know how they pronounce that. The Rave Knight. That is a spot that I believe. Let me see. Let me see. Do I have it in notes anywhere? Check here. Okay, so the Raven Knight. It was a power hub. It says here, while Gotti started in Queens at the Virgin Hunt. No, that ain't what I read. I read something else right here. Oh my goodness. I think that's it right here. Was the legendary headquarters for the Gambino crime family. It's most famous for being the base of operations for John Gotti, the Dapper Don. And then some more information down here about it, but that's basically the gist of that. So I have my full schedule, and again, all I did was I kept the schedule that Mr. Graham created on his players, and I just changed the names. The ratings are all the same. Oh, so let's see. Let's go to And then I have history here where I'm keeping track of the dates that I fight and the method and how they won, this and that. My entry page, this is where I enter the winning fighter, how he won, and the losing fighter. And based on this information, it tallies the points. And basically, according to the rules, the top 4 fighters at the end of the 48 bouts will end up going into a fighting playoff. So for my videos, I don't have a camera set up where I can take a shot of my table and throw in dice. So I'm going to use the ball roller. Obviously the dice, the blue dice for the blue corner, the red dice for the red corner. I've got this set up for the first fight. Mr. Tony Accardo comes in with a skill of 3, so he's going to be using 3 red dice. And Joseph Colombo comes in with a skill of 4, so he'll need the 4 blue. Knockdowns are worth 20 points. If you get a cut, but just say it turns out to, you don't roll, you get a chance for the cut, but it doesn't end up being rolled for a cut, you get 11 points anyways. If you get no multiples, it's 9-point rounds. 4 knockdowns is a TKO. And I believe that's it. That's all we need to know right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. You roll for each party. If it's a knockdown, you roll for the other party first. You don't see if it's a KO, because there's a chance that the other party could get a knockdown as well. So we'll go ahead and start here. Okay, Tony Accardo. He's got 2 3s. He's got a pair of 3s. So that is going to be, and he's, oh, you know what? Hold on, guys. I am sorry. Hold on. I'm also writing this down on paper because I want to keep a history of it on loose leaf. Okay, so we are going to do this here. And I apologize, I should have had this set up, but I didn't. So he's going off the B chart, and Mr. Colombo will be going off of the D chart. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have a pair of 3s, and we're going off the B chart. That is going to be 12 points for Tony. And let's make that 12. Okay, now the good thing about this, I don't have to re-roll because it rolls for both. So we have 1s for Colombo. He's going off the D chart, and that is a foul. So we're going to just type in foul real quick. Okay, so I have to roll a pair of 2s. Cuts are 1s, a pair of 2s, or triples or quadruples, whatever, of 2s for it to count as a foul. Okay, so there is no foul. So there's no foul there. Strike that out. And I believe that's going to be 9 points. I think. Yeah, I believe that's 9 points. So, okay, so we got the foul there. Let's turn off the strike and give him 9 points. Okay, so now we're going to roll again. No pairs, so that's 9 points. And he has 2s. That's another thing too. It goes by the lowest dice. So 2s off the D chart is 10 points. All right, round 3. Wait, I don't got to roll again. So yeah, I do. Okay, red first. 3, 6, 2, nothing. He gets 9 points. we have a pair of sixes. That's a knockdown, and that's off the D chart. So that is a knockdown. KD. Come up here. We're going to type in KD. That's a guaranteed 20 points. So now we're going to roll and see if it becomes a knockout. Now he has to roll a pair of sixes, sevens, eights, or nines to be a knockout. So let's see what he gets. No knockout. Okay, so it's 20 points. So that is one TKO point. Okay. So what I'm going to do is highlight this cell here as a yellow. So it's a 1 TKO point against Tony. Now Tony has, we start adding them up in the third, which is right now. And I believe it's, if you get 5, then you are out. Okay, here we go. 1, 3, 5. No matches, so that's a 9. 2 ones, and I believe that's a foul again on the D chart. That is a foul. So we'll type foul again. So again, we have to roll, and if we get, wait, hold on, let me check the rules here. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So the rule says foul is worth 10 points. So we're going to go up there. Or I should say, if it's not a foul, it's worth 10 points. Now, he has to roll 6 or higher also. Any pair of 6 or higher, and it's a KO. Nope. So it's just a 20-point round. All right, round 7. Pair of 4s. On the D chart, that's 13 points. Okay. And now we're re-rolling here. Okay, nothing, 9 points. And final round 8. And let me see. Forgot to do that. Not that it matters now because we're at the 8th round. Pair of 3s. Off the D chart is 11 points. All right, let's go ahead and add these up. Get my trusty calculator over here. And we have 12 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 11 plus 20, and then another 9. So 88 points here. I'm just going to put this 88 points. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 96, 97. Okay, so the winner of this match is Joseph Colombo with by points, 97. So let's go to entry here. And number 5. Where do I put my paper here? Hold on a second. Okay. Say Joseph Colombo. Joseph Colombo won by points. And I already forgot who he fought. Tony Accardo. All right, so Joseph Colombo. There it is, 2 points. He got 1 point for win for points, and he got another point for the win. So let's see here, and let's make sure that all right, Tony, where you at, Tony? Tony, he got 1 point, yep, because he got a loss for a point. So that's correct. Okay, so we're going to put him at 1-0. And then Tony is going to be 0-1. All right. Alrighty. Okay, let's move on to the next fight. It's going to be John Gotti versus Bugsy Siegel. John Gotti is... And... I didn't write down the thing again. I apologize, guys. I was not ready for this here. Not fully ready anyways before I hit record. Alright, let's see. John Gotti. He's in... Okay, so he's in... Well, I'm sorry, guys. Man, I'm messing up here. John Gotti is an A. Let me look down here. Okay, guys, I fixed the rating, so I didn't have to have you holding on anymore. Okay, so John Gotti is fighting Bugsy Siegel. John's got a skill of 5, which means he'll be using 5 dice. His quality is an A. KO is a 4. So he'll have to, if he gets a knockdown, he'll have to roll multiples of 5s or higher. His stamina is up to around 7, so it's not going to affect him any. There won't have to be any TKOs points that I have to worry about. His bouts after this fight will be 69 left to fight. Mr. Siegel, he's only going to use 3 dice. Quality is an A. KO is a 7. So again, multiples of 8, 9 will produce him a KO. His fatigue starts in round 3, and as you can see, I do have I have the red markers letting me know where they start. He has a better chance of getting TKO'd because he starts so early. He also has a career of 70 total bouts, 69 after this one. So, again, we'll start with the red, the left, and go with the blue. All right, let's get it going. Okay, nothing. So that's 9 points. I apologize. Hold on. I just said he has 5. So we need 5 red dice. So we need 5 red dice. We're going to change this to red. Red. We'll make this middle one blue. Middle right blue. And bottom right blue. Show, don't show. Okay, let's see what that looks like, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not right. Let's edit that again. I'm needing 5 red dice. So we have to make this one red. This is showing. And this will be blue. That's showing. So 5 to 3. There we go. Okay, I apologize again. That's a lot of apologies I'm doing tonight. All right, let's get going here. Starting with the red. Okay, we have 5s off the C chart. 5 off the C chart is going to be a cut, a chance for a cut. So let's put in cut. He has to roll multiples of 1 to get a cut. Does not do it. So that's 11 points. Strike through that. Now, he has to roll 5s or higher. Get a pair of 5s or higher, and he is. Wait, the rule is we have to roll. For him, we already rolled. I almost got ahead of myself, so he's got 9 points over here. Now, back to him. If he rolls 5s or higher, a pair, it's a KO. Game is over for this. Mr. Siegel is knocked out. That is a KO. So we're going to put dash KO. And that, okay, that's it. That is it. KO in the 5th round. So we're going to go here. Entry. John Gotti. Where's John on? Just so we can see here. He has no points. He should have 3 right here when I do this. KO. 3 points right there. Okay. And that was Bugsy Siegel. He should have no points. Get a loss on KO. Gets 1 point for a loss to KO. I have to check that, but either way, he's 0-1. Let me see here. KO. Okay, yeah. So that is no points for Mr. Siegel. No points at all. I don't know why that formula is giving him a point, but it's no points. And it's 0-1. Now, he needs to roll. Oh, look at this. Frank Costello needs to roll a 3 or higher, and it's a knockout. I think it's a good chance he's about to put Joe Bonanno out. Nighty-night time. There it is. 2s. No. Oh my God, he escaped it. He needed 3s. Wow. Who would have thought? You gotta love dice. Okay, so it's no knockout, but it's 20 points. Wow, I was so confident that I was gonna see something higher than that. Wow, okay. Round 8. Now, Joe Bonanno needs a knockout right here. 3s off the D is not going to get it. That's going to give him 11 points. And Frank Costello has a pair of 2s off the B chart, and that's going to be 10 points. This fight is over. Costello is going to win this by points. There's no need adding that up right now. It's obvious. So we're going to go over here. Costello beats Bonanno by points. Come on. So, Frank Costello. Points. Beats Bonanno. Okay, Bonanno should have got 1 point for going the distance, and he did because he lost by points. And Frank should have got 2. Frank. 2, 1 for the win by points and 1 for the win, period. Okay, guys, I appreciate it. That is my 3 bouts tonight. Right now we have Lucky Luciano and Mark Meyer Lansky the top people, the top 2. And then we have several, I apologize, right here. John Gotti is now top 3. So it's Luciano, Lansky, and Gotti. Top 3. We have several tied for the 4th spot right here. But we have many fights to go. So it's only fight 6 of 48. Okay, guys, till my next video, I'll probably fight some in between without doing videos. But I will surely get some more fights on here. Appreciate you watching. And everybody have a great night.